Hey yo, what's up? So, continuing my new little trend of the Marvel movie commentaries, this one is for Iron Man 2. Now, I am aware that for a lot of people, this is their least favorite Marvel movie, or sometimes even their second least favorite Marvel movie. And I'm gonna be honest, I like this movie. I really don't understand why are people so hating on it. I certainly don't. I actually like it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun, and it sets up a lot of different things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward. And without this movie, we wouldn't have a lot of other things that we now take for granted. So much like its predecessor, we owe it to this movie that we have a lot of the other great stuff that we have in the MCU. So, without further ado, let me just get my stuff together. And we are watching Iron Man 2, starring Robert Downey Jr., directed by Jon Favreau once again. Yep, it's still got the Paramount logo. This is, I believe, before Disney bought it, or maybe it's the last movie last Marvel movie that was distributed by Paramount, I think. Moscow. Yeah, it's picking up pretty much where the last one left off. Oh, there's the bird. We know the bird. Gonna be a very important bird soon. And I believe that's Anton Vanko from from the comics, obviously, but he also appeared later on in Agent Carter as a younger version of himself. You get to see more backstory on him. This is Ivan Vanko, his son, played by Mickey Rourke, who becomes the main villain. Why am I telling you all this? Oh, well, you know that. You saw this movie, didn't you? And good luck with that. Ow. The passing of a father. Of course, in this movie we find out certain things that influenced the previous movie in a way we didn't expect. This is one of the main, complaints and criticism that Marvel Cinematic Universe has gotten over the years is their villains haven't been all that great. This movie tried to make, because that's all the other movies put an emphasis and the focus on the heroes, because the hero characters are the ones who are really important. This movie tried to do a different thing. They tried to put more focus on the villain. Maybe that's why people didn't like it as much. Don Cheadle, he replaced Terrence Howard. Look, Scarlett Johansson. Wonder who she could be playing. Sam Rockwell, obviously. Clark Gregg, John Slattery. The Bird! With Mickey Rourke. Wait for it! And Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Boom! John Debney. Well, I remember another movie that he did the score for. I don't remember which one. It's an okay score, I guess. Hold on, let me just... Where's the remote? I want to tone it down a bit. Oh, there it is. 1 second. Produced by Kevin Feige, as all Marvel movies should be. Screenplay by Justin Theroux? I did not know that! An arc reactor. I believe all the Iron Man movies start this way with a metallic logo on the thing. 6 months later. And whee! Because you gotta have an AC/DC in an Iron Man movie, right? Whoa! Was that planned? Because I sure didn't look it. I'm getting better at avoiding the fireworks. I think that's a new armor. Yeah, it's the Mark IV, I believe. Stark Expo, Flushing, New York. But you gotta have beautiful ladies and wearing practically nothing. Because that's the only way you can sell a show, right? Remember how young I said Tony Stark looked in the previous movie? This movie pretty much looks like himself. Kinda. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but these ladies are pretty attractive. I'm not gonna say that they're not. By the way, I brought a little Lego Iron Man with me to watch the movie with me. It's, I believe the Mark 46 from Spider-Man Homecoming. But this'll do, I guess.
That the world is enjoying its longest period of uninterrupted peace in years because of me.
I'm not saying. From the ashes, captivity. But only on the best day, right?
The best and brightest men and women of nations and corporations the world over will pool their resources, share their collective vision to leave behind Welcome back to the Stark Expo.
You. And later in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we're going to learn what the Stark Expo really is and what the first one was. Now, this is very clearly a blatant ripoff of Walt Disney, by the way. You just need to look at it to understand. This is when Walt Disney opened Disneyland for the first time. And even looks like Walt Disney himself. Is there actually a device like that? Or is it only Stark Tech? By the way, that's John Slattery. They replaced the actor from the previous Iron Man movie. What kind of an expo goes an entire year? Isn't that like a daily thing or a monthly thing? Oh, look very closely at some of the people here. Boobs, yes. That's more boobs, yes. Very much. That's an Iron Man poster from the first movie, by the way. Stan Lee! Who Tony Stark believes is Larry King for some reason. Probably the way he dressed. Look, that's Jon Favreau. As Happy Hogan. And you are? Okay.
You are hereby ordered to appear before the Senate Armed Services Committee tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Did you see that?
You want to see the badge?
Like that.
You like it?
Yep. How far are we from DC? DC? 250 miles?
How far are you from DC? Let's think about that for a second, shall we?
Pick up now where we left off. Mr. Stark, please.
Yes, dear.
Do you or do you not possess a specialized weapon?
Senator Stern, that
Do not.
I do not. Well, it depends on
asshole's gonna show up later in the MCU.
my device does not fit that description.
How would you describe
I
it?
would describe it by defining it as what it is. It's a high-tech prosthesis. That's actually the most apt description I can make.
It's a weapon.
Technically it is. It's only a weapon if you think it is. That's what you use it for. That's, you can say the same thing about the Hulk
You can forget it.
at this point.
I am Iron Man. The suit and I are one. To turn over the Iron Man suit would be to turn over myself, which is tantamount to dangerous servitude or prostitution, depending on what state you're in. Can't have it.
I know, expert.
See,
Prostitution, of course not. You're a senator. Come on.
RDJ is the perfect Tony Stark. Bar none.
Who is an expert on weapons? I would now like to call Justin Hammer,
Oh yeah, that guy.
weapons contractor.
Let the record reflect that I observed Mr. Hammer entering the chamber, and I am wondering if and when any actual expert will also be in attendance. Absolutely. I'm no expert. I defer to you, Amble. You're the Wonder Boy. Senator,
He's an Oscar-nominated actor right now, by the way, for 3 billboards.
your dad, Howard Stark, really a father to us all, and to the military-industrial age. But let's just be clear, he was no flower child. He was a lion. I don't know why we're here. In the last 6 months, Anthony Stark has created a sword with untold possibilities, and yet he insists it's a shield. He asks us to trust him as we cower behind it. I wish I were comforted, Anthony. I really do. I'd love to leave my door unlocked when I leave the house. But this ain't
Wait, people actually do that?
we live in a world of grave threats, threats that Mr. Stark will not always be able to foresee. Thank you.
As evidenced by the Hulk fighting the Abomination.
That is well said, Mr. Hammer. The committee would now like to invite Lieutenant
Rhodey. Guess what? They recast the actor, and no one batted an eyelash.
It's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on.
Yep,
I drop it.
that's an accurate description of what happened.
Weapon compiled by Colonel Rhodes. And Colonel, for the record, can you please read page 57, paragraph 4?
You're requesting that I read specific selections from my report, sir?
Yes, sir.
It's my understanding that I was going to be testifying in a much more comprehensive and detailed
I
manner.
understand. A lot of things have changed today.
You
So
do
if you
understand
just
that
read-
reading a single paragraph out of context is
Later we find out that this douchebag of a senator was actually working for Hydra the entire time. So it makes sense why he's acting this way.
not operate within any definable branch of government. Iron
Pretty
Man
sure he changed his
is a threat to
uniform.
the security of both
Not
the
sure.
nation and to her interests. I did, however, go on to summarize that the benefits of Iron Man far outweigh the liabilities. And that he could be enough into the existing chain of command.
I'm not a joiner, but I'll consider Secretary of Defense. Yes, nice. We give him any hours that fit.
I'd like to go on and show, if I may, the imagery that's connected to your
I
report.
believe it is somewhat premature to reveal these images, which
all
I'll do.
Man, Don Cheadle looks young in this movie.
Just narrate those for us, we'd be very grateful.
Looking at him in Civil War, he definitely looks different.
Intelligence suggests that the devices seen in these photos are in fact attempts at making manned copies of Mr. Stark's suit. This has been
I'm gonna just la, 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 la.
that these suits are quite possibly at this moment operational.
Hold on a second, buddy. Let me see. Computer screens. I need them. Time for a little transparency.
Welcome, Mr. Stark.
If you'll direct your attention to said screens, I believe that's North Korea.
Ouch.
Turn that off. Take off.
Iran. No grave, immediate threat here. Is that Justin Hammer? How did Hammer get there? Justin, you're on TV. Focus up.
He's really showing off. Now, a lot of people think that this guy is the guy that Doctor Strange was asked to take care of right before he crashed his car. But I don't think so because it's been way too many years between these two events.
It's working. We're safe. America is secure. You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace. What more do you want? For now. I'm trying to pay for all of these ass clowns.
Look at that! They actually managed to find a way to squeeze in two F-bombs into a Marvel movie. And it worked seamlessly. I never understood the idea of having a toothpick in your mouth. Just never seemed a logical thing for human beings to do. But then again, who am I to talk, right? Now, we did talk a lot in the first Iron Man movie about Whiplash. There he is. Malibu, California. I love this song.
Congratulations on the opening ceremony. It was such a success.
Yep, it is the Mark IV.
May I say how refreshing it is to finally see you in a video with your clothing on set?
YouTube. Can I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, be to the end of time. You gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go? My knees. It's black. If you want me, I feel back. Didn't you like couldn't live without that thing in his chest for 1 second in the last movie? Or I suppose he made a few modifications since then. Stay or should I go now? If it's part of the solution, it's part of the problem, I guess. Perfect timing. A lot of stuff.
Hey, I'm thinking I'm busy and you're angry about something.
Donate our entire modern art collection to the Boy Scouts of America.
And whee! I love that technology.
Yes, and it's not our collection, it's my collection. No offense.
No, you know what? I think I'm actually entitled to say our collection, considering the time that I put in over 10 years curating this.
Tax write-off, I needed that.
You know, there's only about 8,011 things that I really need to talk to you about.
Hey, tonight's not the Rich Sports Order.
Yeah, you called him dummy, like I said.
I need you to wear a surgical mask until you're feeling better. Is that okay?
That's rude.
There's nothing more important to me than the expo. It's my primary point of concern. I don't know why you're...
Expo is your ego going crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
That's my point.
I think I saw it on eBay somewhere.
Oh, you've got to. Stark is in complete disarray. Do you understand
No,
that?
our stocks have never been higher.
Yes,
You
from a
are
managerial
missing.
standpoint.
Well, if it's messy,
Let me
then let's
give you
double
an
back.
example.
Let's move on to
Oh,
another.
no. You are not taking down the Barnes Newman and hanging that up. We have already awarded contracts to the wind farm people
Don't say wind farm.
and
I'm
to
already
the
feeling
plastic
desperate.
plantation. We're on payroll, and you won't make a
I don't care
decision.
about the liberal agenda anymore. It's boring. Boring. I'm giving you a boring alert. You do it.
I do what?
Excellent idea. I just figured this out. You run the company.
Yeah,
Pepper, easy.
I'm trying to run a company.
Yeah, she thinks he's laughing at her. He's joking, sorry.
I need you to do it.
I am trying to.
You're not listening to me. I'm trying to make you CEO. Why won't you let me?
Now she listens.
Court. I hereby irrevocably appoint you chairman and CEO of Stark Industries effective immediately.
Good luck.
Yeah, done deal. Okay. I've actually given this a fair amount of thought, believe it or not. Figurative headhunting, so to speak.
I think we've seen some of that in
Figure out
the first movie.
successor to be. And I realized
Some hints to some of the later stuff in the background there.
it's always been you. I thought there'd be a legal issue, but actually I'm capable of appointing my successor. My successor being you. Congratulations. Just drink it.
That's what I love about Tony Stark. He's direct and straight to the point. So he's still in Russia then. No, got himself a passport. Now, how did he know? How did he knew that Stark was going to go to that Grand Prix exactly? I really feel sorry for Happy.
It's called dirty boxing. It's nothing new about it.
Oh boy, oh, I'm probably gonna let every bad man stigma in me come out right now. And really, can you blame me? It's freaking Scarlett Johansson.
What's your name, lady?
Rushman, Natalie Rushman.
Front and center. Come into the church.
Yeah, not concealing her identity at all. Natalie, as in Natasha. Rushman, as in Russian. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful.
What? Can you give her a lesson?
I don't think I'd be able to think straight, let alone talk in the presence of a woman such beautiful.
Is potentially a very expensive sexual harassment lawsuit. Following her like that. Yes, and I've got 3 excellent potential candidates lined up.
When did she take off her shoes exactly?
I need someone now. I feel like it's her.
No, it's not.
You ever box before? I have, yes. Like Taebo, Boogie Boot Camp?
Wow, she's gorgeous.
How do I spell your name, Natalie?
Did I Google her now?
I thought I was Googling her. Oh, wow. Very, very impressive individual. She's fluent in French, Italian, Russian, Latin. Who speaks Latin?
No one speaks Latin.
Russian, that should have been a clue. Oh boy.
Latin, or you can write Latin, or you can't speak Latin.
Kashima, in Tokyo.
Well,
Rule number 1, never take your eye off your opponent.
That was quick.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that should have been the audience clue as far as who she is. For the comic book nerds, at least. I forgot why she needed the fingerprint, but it's probably gonna come up later, I guess. Ah, Tony. There it is, Monaco. A surprisingly tiny country, as a matter of fact. The Monaco. And yes, they speak French there. Get over it. Hôtel de Paris. Oh, that was quick. And she's wearing red, by the way. Just saying. Hinting to her character.
You look fantastic. But that's not professional. What's on the docket? Perfect. I'll be there.
Oof. Scarlet.
Make it us.
Mr. Musk? Elon Musk?
That's my nominations. Fantastic. Yeah. You do. Then we'll make it work.
It is Elon Musk!
By the way, I do need to spring. Thank you very much. Green is not your best color.
Oh, guess who?
My least favorite person on earth. Just
Hmm.
Fancy car. You know, Christine, ever heard from Vanity Fair? You guys know each other?
yes, roughly.
Oh, yeah, that girl he slept with. Or not. Oh no, that's not her. I'm sorry. Or is she? I don't know. I think she's too tall. She was definitely shorter than him in Iron Man 1, so... Then again, she could be wearing heels. Heels. I don't know. Fromage.
Since he got his contract revoked. Actually, it's on hold. That's not what I heard. What's the difference between hold and cancel? The truth? No. The truth is, I'm actually hoping to present something at your expo. Well, okay, that's something that works. I'll make sure I get your slot. Have the slot this year, yes. Hammer needs a slot. We kid. We kid. We're kidders.
Ouch. It's getting worse. Hey, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, the mirror was doing completely the opposite of what it was supposed to do in that shot just there. Hey, if you're gonna die, do it in style, right? A friend of mine from work has a shirt with that racer logo on it. It's natural that he'd be pissed.
This cannot happen. Absolutely, I understand. How can I help you? Where's Happy? He's waiting outside. Okay, get him. I need help. Right away.
Tony says we're not competitive, you know what I mean?
I will.
Read it back to me.
Perhaps you're one for phone call.
Where are you going? I got some character or something.
I'm so sorry, guys. And guess who, right? Intervention. Still not sure why Pepper didn't want Tony to go to join the race. I don't know. But him joining the race was only just a plot device to get him in there. Yeah, he's crazy. I might be crazy, don't mind me. Yeah, that should have killed him, by the way. Forget the cars, right? And how exactly did he knew that it would be... No, it's not Tony's car. It's a Shell car, apparently. Car sponsored by Shell, if you notice the logo on it. Did they knew that someone was gonna try to kill him on the tracks? I don't know. Yeah, very dangerous thing to do. There's Tony's car. And a slash! Whee. I'm gonna electrocute you now. I will Shazam you for what you did. Wee! Whoa! Now that's an explosion. Still, you can tell there's a ton of CGI in this shot, but it still was a nice looking shot. Oh boy. No one's stopping this guy, by the way. No armed guards with guns or anything at all. Bong! It's even slicing the asphalt behind him. Whoa. Oh boy. It's a pretty threatening shot. And boom! There we go, put some distance between those two. So I can't tell if this race is sponsored by Martini or is it just a product placement. And a boom! Yeah, it's not his fault. Why is she yelling at him? Doc Ock point 2.0. And let's smash him again. Take the stupid case. Now we're talking. That's the Mark V, by the way. For those of you keeping score at home. And I like this one because it literally comes out of a suitcase. Now who would have thought of that? Whoa. By the way, Jarvis did tell him that being in the Iron Man suit accelerates the toxicity in his chest. So, he really has to take care of just how long he's Iron Manning. Give me that! I mean, it is electricity, but after all, it should... Wow! It shouldn't do that much damage to an Iron Suit. Oh, look! Now these guys decide to show up. And guess what powered this guy's suit? Oof! Your loss! Ugh. Yeah, as I said, guess what this thing was made of? And that's when he gets the idea to use him. Hmm. 5 minutes. And he's in his undies. Because most of what he was wearing was completely destroyed.
Pretty decent tech. Cycles per second flew alone.
And right now he's telling him how to beat him closer to the end of the movie. He's giving him knowledge that he probably shouldn't be giving him right now. does have a point. There's a reason for that. Yeah, a lot of activity in the stairs right now, by the way. Sorry for that, if you can hear that. I am not responsible for this. Shut up already. Yeah, it looks like it's over. Yeah, he knows about that. Do prisons literally let celebrities go in and talk to inmates just because they're celebrities? I'm kind of lost on that. Well, funny you should say that. Yeah, kinda. And it's gonna happen by the end of the movie, by the way. And he actually managed to burn an omelet. It takes a man 3 hours to make an omelet? So it's a bit of an important scene here.
Let's cancel my birthday party and we're in Europe. Let's go to Venice, Cipriani. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great place to be healthy.
I don't think this is the right time. We're in a kind of mess.
Yeah, but maybe that's why it's the best time.
Well, I think as the CEO, I need to show up.
As CEO, you are entitled to leave.
Leave?
Retreat.
A retreat during a time like this?
Well, just need to recharge our batteries and figure it all out.
No, that's your department. Nice looking jet. Bit of a weird escape plan, but let's just watch this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's his real stunt double. Of course, they couldn't really get all the tattoos just right. They just randomly found a guy, convinced him to be killed or something. How much did they pay the guards? You know, bad guy doing bad things, I guess. Somebody allows himself to be captured. Now that's quite a change of scenery.
Hey, there he is. There he is. What an absolute pleasure. Welcome.
They started eating without him.
Get the handcuffs off my friend here. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I'm such a huge fan of yours. I didn't want to make a first impression like this. He's not an animal. Come on. He's a human being.
Shouldn't he have taken all those stuff off of him in prison?
Wait, wait.
Wee wee.
My name's Justin Hammer. I'd like to do some business with you. Please sit. Dig in. What do we have today, Jack?
Salmon carpaccio.
Anything you want here, we got it. I like my dessert first. Had this flown in from San Francisco. It's Italian, though. Organic ice cream. I got a sweet tooth. Apparently you do too for Tony Stark. Tony Stark on that track. You stepped up
Not used to all this kind of stuff.
and everybody. That was wow. You spoke to me with what you did, and I know that you knew that I'd be listening. This is why I could bear to have you shipped out the God knows where with such a waste of talent. But if I might make a suggestion, you don't just go and try and kill the guy. I think
By the way, Justin Hammer is wearing a ring,
you go
which could have tied back into the 10 Rings organization.
we're a little alike in a lot of ways. The only difference between you and I is that I have resources. I think if I make my resources, someone behind a benefactor, I'd like to be that guy.
Если меня убьют и будут и меня, лучше умрет, чем жить по себе.
Okay. Do you speak English? Because I can get a translator. I don't know if you've been understanding everything I'm
Sam Rockwell's a bit of an underrated talent.
Very good, man.
Don't you think so?
Hey, huh?
It was awesome in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I saw it a few weeks ago.
A bird. You want a bird?
My
My
bird.
bird.
Bird, you just got a bird.
I want my bird.
Well, okay, nothing's impossible. Are we talking about, is this a bird back in Russia?
Yes, but the fundamental
Didn't he?
here is still very, very strong. Yes.
Why wouldn't he bring his bird with him when he came to the States? Then again, I guess there's a lot of restrictions for something like that.
Erratic behavior may lead many people to ask themselves, can this man still protect us?
Iron Man never stopped protecting us. The events in logical prove that.
We're incomplete, sir. Anton Vanko was a Soviet physicist who defected to the United States in 1963. However, he was accused of espionage and was deported in 1967. His son, Ivan, who is also a physicist, was convicted of selling Soviet-era weapons-grade plutonium to Pakistan and served 15 years in Kobe as a prisoner. No
That's where he got all his tattoos and his scars.
Tony, you gotta get upstairs and get on top of the situation right now. Listen, I've been on the phone with the National Guard all day, trying to talk them out of rolling tanks up the PCH, knocking down your front door, and taking these. They're gonna take your suits, Tony, okay? They're sick of the games. You said nobody else would possess this technology for 20 years. Well, guess what? Somebody else had it yesterday. It's not theoretical anymore. Are you listening to me? You okay?
I wonder what rank is that? Oh. My nose is killing me.
That's supposed to be smoking.
Nope. Ew.
How about the high-tech crossword puzzle on your neck?
Yee. It's spreading. So did he actually put a new one in there? I didn't exactly see that he did.
You want to do this whole long gunslinger act, and it's unnecessary. You don't have to do this alone.
You know, I wish I could believe that. I really do. But you gotta trust me. Contrary to popular belief, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Doesn't look like it. Queens. We all know who lives in Queens, right?
That's where we do it. It's my humble abode. We can work in absolute peace. Must be kind of fun to be dead, right? No pressure. Oh, here they are. I'm very excited. They're combat ready. I may have done a few miscalculations. Rush the prototype.
Yeah, a few.
Sweet. I'm enthusiastic. Go ahead, take a look around. You don't want to do that. I give you able to access that as soon as we generate some encrypted passcodes. Can we generate some encrypted passcodes and some of those encrypted passcodes?
No need for it.
Never mind. Wow. Okay. Good stuff.
Boy, soft.
Sorry.
Soft weird shit.
Well, you're good. You really blasted it past the firewall there. Let me show you where you're going to be working primarily. Go ahead, take a look. Take a good look at that.
Of course, everybody in
This is really just for
this universe has their own agenda, their own
Oh, God.
motives, their own interests. Sorry.
The pilot goes, having a tough time finding volunteers. I'll take care of that. Just leave it.
What you want me to do?
Well, long term, I want them to put me in the Pentagon for the next 25 years. I want to make Iron Man look like an antique. I want to go to that Stark Expo. I want to take a dump in Tony's front yard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
Hey,
He might actually do that.
this is our guy. I had a feeling.
Do you know which watch you'd like to wear tonight, Mr. Stark?
Woo woo woo. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm such a man.
Probably.
Oh.
Because it's,
Ill-timed.
right, sends wrong message.
Inappropriate.
What's in that drink anyway?
Is that dirty enough for you?
Gold face, brown paint. The Jaeger. I'll get that look. Bring him over here. I'll take that. Why don't you?
Oh yeah, I still got that scar from
I gotta say, it's
the
hard to
explosion.
look on you. Where are you from?
Legal?
Yeah, right.
Ask you a question hypothetically. Bit odd. If this was your last birthday party you were ever gonna have, how would you celebrate it?
I'll do whatever I want to do.
That is not something you say to Tony Stark. Because he will do whatever he wants to do. That's the Mark III from first movie. Oh no, wait, that's the Mark IV, right? Sorry. I got a little confused there.
Yes, sir. I understand. No, sir. That will not be necessary. I'll handle it. Sir, I personally
The hell you
guarantee
will.
that within 24 hours, Iron Man will be back on watch.
Hey, Pep.
I'm gonna listen in.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
This is actually dealing with some of the the stuff from the comics, because Tony Stark did become an alcoholic. A heavy alcoholic. It was damaging. He had to step down from being Iron Man for a time.
Just like that.
A lot of problems. This is only just scratching the surface of his alcohol addiction.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Tony. We all thank you so much for such a wonderful night. And we're going to say good night now and thank you all for coming.
Oi, vovoi!
She's right. The party's over. Then again, the party was over for me like an hour and a half ago. The after party starts in 15 minutes. And if anybody doesn't like it, there's a donut.
Whoa, whoa! I actually like this scene a bit. You know, just some idiot in a suit doing whatever the hell he wants to do, right? A lot of people hated this part of the movie. And now I've got the origin story of the War Machine. Keep in mind though, he's doing without his automated targeting system. Boom! Get out. It's actually a very good movie, by the way.
Yes, Mr. Stark. Give me a fat beat to feed my
DJ, what? Whee! That's for the stuff.
Now, get feedback refounded before someone gets hurt.
Ouch. No. Now Queen is in this movie as well. Boom! I love Queen. Not yet. Oh. It's basically Rock'em Sock'em. They even got the color scheme right. All that's left is for someone to just knock the other guy's head off. Whee! Because that thing wasn't destroyed enough in the last movie. Oh, yeah, yeah. Woof! Bing! Ouch. This is kind of like Superman 3 when Superman went bad. Started yelling at people. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, it's not really doing much. I think it was an artificial aquarium. That's where the War Machine got its name. And this thing is gonna come in very handy later. So it was very well paced, this movie. Really, really well thought out. All different signs in the bottom there. I love the sound effects of those suits moving. There's ultimately a subplot in this movie of just two friends getting into a fight that drives a wedge between them. I thought it was a nice inclusion in this movie. Boom! Isn't he like violating American airspace by doing that? Then again, he is a U.S. colonel, so I think it's approved. Is it really that easy to work one of these? Just step in there and just do your thing? So now the army has their own Iron Man suit. Oh, I love that. I love this scene so much. And guess where he went to? Only he can say that line and make it sound so good. You can clearly see that thing is spreading on his neck. Another line that only Samuel L. Jackson can say. And a but. Again, I said I probably gonna make myself look like a very bad person right now. The Black Widow. Some more SHIELD stuff.
Steal my kidney and sell it? What'd you just do to me?
What did we just do for? That's lithium dioxide. It's gonna take the edge off. We're trying to get you back to work.
A couple boxes and that'll be registering.
It's not a cure, just the basic symptoms.
Doesn't look like it's gonna be an easy fix.
Trust me, I know I'm good at this stuff. I've been looking for suitable replacement for palladium. I've tried every combination, every permutation of every known element.
Well, I'm here to tell you, you haven't tried them all.
So you've got some vibranium stashed away somewhere? Even I can see that's not the same bird.
What do you mean? That's the bird. This is the bird. Yeah. Well, last week get this bird. This is a great bird. We got this all the way from Russia.
Hey man, it's close to my foot.
It is a cockatoo, but it's not the same one.
Bird. I mean, this is a gorgeous bird. I mean, you know, look, don't get so attached to things. Learn to let go. Wait a minute, Jack. What is that? That's not a helmet. What is that?
That is a guy who has his own interests.
Ivan, what's this? Jack, is that a helmet? Doesn't look like a helmet to me.
Roger, Roger.
Get a head in there. Jack, could you put your head in there? Try to put your head in there. No, go ahead. Try to put your head in there. See, Ivan, he can't put his head in there. That's not a helmet. It's a head. I need to put a guy in there. I need to fit a person in that suit. You understand?
Drone better.
What? Strong better? Why strong better? Why is strong better?
People make problems. Trust me, drone better.
Ivan, you know, I like you. I got you the bird. You said no problem. That's what you said to me. You said no problem. Now I need suits. The government wants suits. Like Iron Man. You understand? That's what the
By the way, the government is working on suits. I heard that in the news someday. They're working on.
Don't get too attached to things. Learn to let go.
There's nothing you can say when someone shuts you up with something you told him.
rock my world, Ivan.
Anyway, as I said, the military is in development of some suits, and I actually saw a few prototypes. Again, this is on the news, so I'm not really exposing anything, but it's still very, very, very early stages. They mostly managed to make some exosuits at this point for climbing terrains and stuff.
Colonel, the world needs to see this fast. We've got to make this happen.
Yes, General. But
It's also an order.
yes, sir.
Good work, Colonel. You made your country proud.
For now.
Sir.
That thing in your chest is based on unfinished technology. No, what's finished is
He
never been particularly effective in
kind of made it on the fly.
put it in like, no. Howard said the arc reactor was the stepping stone to something greater. He was about to kick off an energy race that was going to dwarf the arms race. He was on to something
Did he say that?
so big that it was going to make the nuclear reactor look like a AAA battery. Understand? I wish Anton Banco in on this there. Anton Banco is the other side of that coin. Anton saw it as a way to get rich. When your father found out, he had him deported. The Russians found out he couldn't deliver and shipped his ass off to Siberia. And he spent the next 20 years in a vodka fuel rage. Not quite the environment you want to raise a kid. Son, you had the misfortune of crossing paths with in Monaco. You told me I hadn't tried everything. What do you mean?
I wonder how old is Nick Fury in this universe.
Said that you were the only person with the means and knowledge to finish what he started. Shut that. Are you that guy? Are you? If you are, then you can solve the riddle of your heart.
Some pretty good dialogue.
Get your information, but he wasn't my biggest fan. What do you remember about your dad, huh? He was cold. He was calculating. He never told me he loved me. Never even told me he liked me. So it's a little tough for me to digest when you're telling me he said the whole future was riding on me and he's passing it down. I don't.
You know, Robert Downey Jr. did have some problems with his father back in the day.
It's not true. Well, there's a clear.
One of the main factors that makes him such a great Iron Man.
He was one of the founding members of S.H.I.E.L.D. What?
As we've seen in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or we'll see
Okay, you're good, right? You know
at this point.
you got this, right? Guy, what? I need to know what I'm supposed to get. Natasha will remain a floater at start with the cover intact, and you remember Agent Coulson, right?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh, and Tony. Remember, I got my eye on you.
My eye.
We've disabled all communications, no contact with the outside world. Good luck.
Now, Her outfit is bluish in this movie, which kind of fits the SHIELD uniform stuff, but they changed it to black in the some of the next movies.
I'm not here for that. I've been authorized by Director Fury to use any means necessary to keep you on premises. So we are playing games. I will tase you and watch Super Nanny while you drool into the carpet. I think I got it. Enjoy your evening's entertainment.
It's kind of hard for me to hear his voice without automatically just think of Agents of SHIELD. The arc reactor.
Major, this is not a scientific exercise. Let's just focus on Romney, all right? Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Guess who showed up? He gets around the world real fast.
Is this what I think it is? Yes, it is. Cameron, I want to know what you're going to do for us.
What am I going to do for you? The first thing I'm going to do for you is I'm going to upgrade your software, and then the second
I'm
is
talking
extra
about
for me.
talking about firepower.
We're talking to the right guy.
Claridge high-tech semi-automatic 9.
And he's using gloves because he can't leave fingerprints
I agree.
on these things.
10-24 shotgun, pump action, 5-round magazine. You know what? You're not a hunter. What am I talking about? I'm getting rid of it. This is the FN 2000 from Belgium. It's what makes up
Looks like a Halo weapon.
beautiful, but I can tell this is a disco nut for you, so I'm gonna put it right here. We're looking at a Bill 4 40mm grenade launcher, tear gas, smoke, hippie control.
Hippie control.
Size does matter.
Well, I ain't want to tell you different.
This is an
Hey, you're the one who said it. And that's the gun that goes on his shoulder. Because War Machine has to have one because it's in the comics.
Okay. These are the Cubans, baby. This is the Cohibas, the Monte Cristos. This is a kinetic kill sidewinder vehicle with a secondary cyclotrimethylene trinitramine RDX burst. It's capable of busting a bunker under the bunker you just busted. If you were any smarter, you'd write a book. A book that would make Ulysses look like it was written in crayon. I would read it to you. This is my Eiffel Tower. This is my Rachmaninoff's third, my Pieta. It's completely elegant, it's bafflingly beautiful, and it's capable of reducing the population of any standing structure to zero. I call it the ex-wife. That's the best I got.
I never really understood how exactly was anyone supposed to fire that thing, but never mind.
You're like a sphinx. I can't read it.
Hmm.
I think I'll take it. Which one?
All of it.
All of it. All of it.
By the way, all this hammer tech was used again in Luke Cage. It's one of the weapons that Diamondback used to actually wound Luke Cage because he can't really puncture his skin. So, like I said, this movie gave us a lot of stuff that was later used in the MCU. More Walt Disney stuff. And this movie also gave us John Slattery as Howard Stark, which also comes back later in Ant-Man. Again, this movie is the cornerstone of so many different things.
So from all of us at Stark Industries, I'd like to personally show you my ass. I can't, we have this, don't we?
A blank page. Motivational speech time from your dead father.
Tony, you're too young to understand this right now, so I thought I would put it on film for you.
Because someone might kill me in the 1990s, by the way.
And someday you'll realize that it represents a whole lot more than just people's inventions. It represents my life's work.
That is true.
The future. I'm limited by the technology of my time. But one day you'll
The smartest man of Earth on Earth.
And when you do, you will change the world. What is and always will be my greatest creation is you.
You know, speaking from personal experience, that really is what every boy wants to hear from his father. Oh, got emotional there. He's fine, senor. Now, how exactly did he get past Coulson? I have no idea. Are you Iron Man?
It was an illegal seizure of trademark property.
Yeah, that disc toy is a bit awkward. Isn't that the same office that Obadiah Stane had in the last movie? Hmm.
What are her qualifications?
No.
Potts is doing nothing to manage the future.
Don't tell me that we have the best patent lawyers in the country and then not let me pursue this.
I'll get this stuff out of
Well, then tell the president to sign the order. We'll talk about it at the expo. Hammer's giving some presentation tomorrow evening. Will Tony Stark's be there? No, he will not.
Come on, just got 30 seconds.
29, 28.
I was just driving over here, and I thought I was coming to basically apologize, but I'm not.
Oh, you didn't come here to apologize?
That goes without saying, and I'm working on that.
It's spinning around.
Do you know how short life is? And if I never got to express, and by the way, this is somewhat revelatory to me, and
Once again, he's trying to tell her that he's dying, but he can't.
look, here's what I'm trying to say.
Let me just stop you right here, okay? Because if you say I one more time, I'm going to actually hurl something at your head, I think. I am trying to run a company. Do you have any idea what that entails?
Yes.
People are relying on you to be Iron Man, and you disappeared, and all I'm doing is putting out your fires and taking the heat for it. I'm trying to do the job that you were meant to do. Did you bring me strawberries?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that there's only one thing on Earth that I'm allergic to?
Strawberries. This is progress, Pep, right? If there was a correlation between you and me. I need you to. That's what I'm trying to say.
Guess who?
Hi, come on in. Wheels up in 25 minutes. Thank you.
Anything else, boss?
I'm good.
No, I'll be just...
Forgot he's not the boss anymore.
No.
thought you two didn't get along. No, that's not so. It's just me you don't care for. No?
That's a huge muscle.
Why you're here, maybe you and Natalie could
Well, bigger than mine anyway.
absolutely.
The impressive biceps. I could never get to that level.
As you can keep your mouth shut.
You are mind-blowing when it comes to this. How do you do it? You just tear things up. You're a triple imposter. I've never seen anything without you. Do you even speak Latin?
Polackie super speckies.
Wait, what? What'd you just say?
It means you can either drive yourself home or I can have you collected.
You're good?
The little things, you know. Oh, I enjoy the little things. You know, you could have just taken those strawberries home with you, but whatever. The key to the future is here. Now, doesn't that look familiar? Still got a bit of a scar from his tango. And he actually took the whole thing. I did say there are a lot of stuff I love about this movie, didn't I? Again, did I mention I love that technology? I just love it. Look at it. Lift.
How many buildings are there? Am I to include the Belgian waffle stand?
That was rhetorical, just show me. What does that look like to you, Jarvis? Not
The arc reactor.
now. In which case, it's over here. Highlight the insert. Notice the photons. Get rid of it.
What is it you're trying to achieve, sir?
I'm discovering, correction, I'm rediscovering an element. This landscaping, the shrubbery, the trees, parking lots, exits, entrances. Structured protons and neutrons. Using the pavilions. As a framework.
Still didn't really get much. How exactly did he get the idea to create a new element from watching a hologram of the Stark Expo? But whatever works. I guess the shape of it, the design of it. Now, didn't he actually say that his father took him off to boarding school?
The proposed element should serve as a viable replacement for palladium.
Still have to make it though.
Unfortunately, it is impossible to synthesize.
Beep beep.
Get ready for major remodel, fellas. We're back in hardware mode.
Yeah. Sledgehammer! Yeah, 'cause you haven't wrecked the place enough, didn't you? Now, here's the thing. A lot of people still think that Batman is smarter than Tony Stark. Tony Stark created a whole new element. Now, I know that it's only in the movies, but it's a fact. That was fast. Oh, Coulson! A very important Easter egg is coming up, if you watch.
I was doing some stuff. Yeah, well, me too, and it worked. Hey, I'm playing for the home team, Colson.
And guess what Tony Stark has lying around? The shield! The Captain's shield!
Bring it to me. You know what this is? It's exactly what I need.
It's Captain America's shield! I have one of those!
Lift the corner. Go. Go. Put your knees there. There you go. And
Goldsman's got some muscle.
perfectly level.
That's what he's using the shield for.
Goodbye. I've been reassigned. Director Fury wants me in New Mexico. Fantastic. Later.
Of course, we all know what he's
Secret stuff.
doing in New Mexico, right?
Good luck. Bye. I need you. Yeah. More than you know. Not that much.
Of course, later on, we learned that Coulson is a massive, massive Captain America fan, which is why he went crazy about the shield just now. Still not as crazy as I did, but come on, it's Captain America's shield!
Initializing this mounting settle.
Now I wonder what kind of ingredients is that element made of? The element that he's making. When it doesn't work, throw a spanner at it. Now, this beam is actually burning up the wall, everything around it, the support beam, all of it, slicing all this stuff in half. It's like, kind of like a lightsaber, but it didn't damage the cables. Did you notice that? Even scratched the surface of that thing. And voila, Mr. Stark. There's a little something to add to the periodic table.
Congratulations. You have created a new element.
What that new element is, I wonder. And a brand new arc reactor design. That's befitting.
Sir, the reactor has accepted the modified core. I will begin running diagnostics.
Meanwhile,
Hey, Ivan. I got Senator Stern here. So we swing over and look at some of the drone designs.
The drone is not going to be
Not right. What do you mean?
a make presentation, not a demonstration.
What's the difference?
Presentation, no flag, no shoot.
Well, well, what can you make them do? I mean, this is a weapons demonstration.
I can make salute.
make salute.
What the hell does that mean, Ivan? This is not what we agreed to.
And he's working on his old stuff again.
Promised me trouble.
Yeah, everything will be okay.
This is not what I wanted.
Shut up.
Hey, there he is. Birdman.
What do you want?
Bird. Is that right? Is that your bird? I'm confused. You said it wasn't, but now it looks like you're best of pals. You love that bird.
It is a bird.
You know what? Take the bird. Hey!
Hmm.
Fill up, too. Both of them. And his shoes. Take his shoes.
What the hell did his shoes do to you?
I took your stuff. How's that make you feel? You feel bad? Good. 'Cause that's how I feel. We had a contract.
Kind of a male child, isn't he?
Save your life. You give me suits. That was our deal. And you did not deliver. I don't know if you're a genius or a fraud. I don't know what you are. Something really, really great fell into my lap. If it hadn't, I'd be at your mercy tonight. Now I have a piece of Stark tech. I'm pinned down myself. You know, overpriced.
Yeah, yourself.
Like a backdrop to my demonstration. Dig when I'm getting
Sam Rockwell's doing a wonderful job. It's not his fault his character is a bit whiny.
These guys, they're your babysitters. They are not to be trifled with.
Yeah.
When I get back, we're going to renegotiate the terms of our agreement.
I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it any further.
You'll be exactly where you were when I found you, a dead man. You got that? Maybe you can watch me on TV.
Have you seen this guy?
Tell me, incoming call with a blocked number, sir. Phone privilege reinstated.
Colson, how's Landon and Shannon?
How you doing? I'm laughing at murder. What's wrong with me?
Sir, the true history of Stark name will be read. Accessing the Oracle Crystal. Eastern Seaboard. What your father did to my family over 40 years, they will do to you in 40 minutes.
Sounds good. Let's get together and hash it out.
Tri-state area. Manhattan and outlying boroughs.
I hope you're ready.
Full tracing complete.
The Expo. Wait, so it's been 20 days since the Expo started? It said 344, 43. Tastes like coconut. By the way, the technology in that lab has greatly improved since the last movie, because he's just able to whip out a new suit in just a few hours. Ay, 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 ay. Why am I such a weak man? I love Sam Rockwell in this movie. He did a great job. You can't deny that.
Ladies and gentlemen, for far too long, this country has had to place its brave men and women in harm's way. But then the Iron Man
Just like every other country, by the way.
thought the days of losing lives were behind us. Sadly, that technology was kept out of reach. That's not fair. That's not right. And it's just too bad. Regardless, it was an impressive innovation, one that grabbed headlines the world over. Well, today, my friends, the press is faced with quite a different problem. They are about to run out of ink.
I've heard better.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I present to you the new face of the United States military, the Hammerthrow. Army.
Sorry about that. Looks military enough. Yeah, I can see that. I wasn't in the Navy, but kinda makes sense. Less. Those look military grade. Oh, my arm fell asleep. What do you think about this movie, Timmy?
Ladies and gentlemen, today I am proud to present to you
Oh, come on, like you didn't see that coming. Man, that suit looks so good. So much weaponry on that. Not as sleek as the Iron Man suit, but damn. And guess who? And the Mark 6! With a triangle on the chest piece. That's not what he's talking about.
All these people are engaged. We gotta get money. You gotta trust me for the next 5 minutes.
Just for the next 5 minutes.
I think he's working with Banco.
Ankle's alive.
Where's Banco?
Who?
Tell me.
What are you doing here, man? Whoa.
He's fast.
Is that you? No, I'm not doing that. That's not me. I can't move him. I'm locked up. Get out of here. Go. The whole system's been compromised.
See you inside.
Whoosh!
Jarvis, break in. I need to own him. Yes.
Whee!
I'm locked on. I have target lock. On what? On you.
So, only the Air Force guys can fly? I guess it makes sense, but, I mean, you have Iron Man suits. Shouldn't you make it so that all these guys could fly? Well, that's not dangerous at all. There's the army guys with a really big cannon on their shoulders.
What's happening? The software's been overwritten. What? What do you mean it's been overwritten? I can't be asleep. That's impossible. Call the guards. All the phones are down, sir. Well then, call the cell. The cell phones know what you need, sir. He's locked us out of the main room.
What's up, out of the main?
Ah!
Please, go away. I got the camera.
My elbow.
Yes, I do. In fact, if your guy hadn't showed up, this wouldn't be happening. So please,
You think?
go away. Thank you.
Shut up! And she automatically knows where it is.
I need one TV.
No, honey. Don't call that. Go away.
Wait.
Shut up.
Step aside. Tell me everything you know. Go.
Whee. So, are they gonna run out of weapons eventually? Some men just like to watch the world burn. And she's walking very confidently.
Get to the car. Take the hammer and the wrist.
I'm not taking you anywhere.
Fine, you want me to drive?
No, I'm driving.
And kaboom! No, not yet. And then now he's firing on his own men. Funny, that thing crashed and it didn't hit anybody. Despite thousands of people running around across these floors. Oop, the kamikaze protocol. Or not. Oh, he's got the Air Force guys still chasing him. Now watch this, watch this! Brave kid, huh? Boom! Now this kid is a young Peter Parker!
Get the
Isn't that great? That's Spider-Man in a few years. That's why Spider-Man loves Tony Stark so much, because he saved his life once. Isn't that awesome? And, okay. Okay, it's okay. You could be forgiven if you looked. It's the logical thing to do. Anyway, as I was saying, of course they, what's this? Of course they really weren't thinking that far in advance when they were making this movie, but it's a nice, Easter egg. They kind of thought about it later. Tom Holland and Kevin Feige had a bit of a talk, and they decided that that kid is Peter Parker. Now, where is Aunt May at this point? That's what I wonder. Or is Uncle Ben, because he's still alive, supposedly. Now, as an action scene, that's pretty good. I like it.
Staying in the car.
Stay in the car.
What are you wearing? Look, I'm not letting you go in there alone.
Want to help?
Now watch this. This is awesome. This is basically a Marvel corridor fight before Marvel had a corridor fight. Before the first Daredevil season. And she's just casually taking fools out while he's struggling to take on just one guy. And she's using all of her signature scissor moves. Boom! Oh, now he remembers to use the Marines. And I guess the Marines can fly.
Choose one and focus on that.
Have you tried Russian? Why don't you try Russian?
He's still fighting that guy. Boom. And watch this. And the best part for last. Buzz. Ah, ear biting. And he's actually been working on a secret project. It's a beautiful place to fly around in.
Drop your socks and grab your Crocs. We're about to get wet on this ride.
Way. The flying through the rings system.
She's gone.
Sorry, buddy. Had to thin out the herd. What's your 20?
On you.
Rebooting Letty's suit.
So, is the suit programmed to automatically fight him even though Vanko is not controlling it anymore?
Reboot complete.
Hello.
Got your best friend back.
Thank you very much, Agent Romanov.
Well done with the new chest piece. I'm reading significant
Oops.
No, I'm not. Not anymore.
What's going on?
I was going to tell you I didn't want to.
You were gonna tell me you really were dying?
You didn't let
Why
me.
didn't you tell me that?
I was going to make you an omelet and tell you.
That's what he did on the plane.
Looks like the fight's coming to you.
Pepper,
Are you okay now?
I'm fine. Don't be mad. I will formally apologize
I am
for
mad.
not fending off a hemorrhoid attack.
Bong, bong, bong. Start up. Clearly a very different interface. Hi. By the way, just in case you didn't know, they were not wearing their suits in this scene. They were just wearing, motion captured jumpsuits. But it looks pretty good.
Partner. They're coming in hot. Any second. What's the play? Well, we want to take the high ground, okay? So look at the biggest gun up on that ridge. What are you talking about? I mean, have a big gun. You are not the big gun. No, it's subtle, though.
Have you seen the amount of weaponry on this guy?
All right. You go up top. I'll draw in. Well, don't stay down here. This is the worst place to be. Okay, you got a spot. It's the kill box, Tony, okay? This is where you go to die.
Meanwhile, while they were just talking, I love the fact that they were just landing and just waiting for the other guys to land before attacking. You know what? Let's just do this. This scene is awesome. Don't let anyone tell you differently. There's another one of those shots from the last movie. One of the greatest fights in the MCU, and there are a lot of great fights in the MCU. Lizur! You could have done that at first. When they were just standing around you.
Yeah, sorry, boss. I can only use it once.
And wasn't when they were all circling around you the perfect time to use it? It was you who did all this. Just shut up. And you won't.
When you get here, I think you should station him at the southeast and both west exits.
We shut down the 7th Street and out of Williamsport.
Well, have city necessary to ferry people to operating lines.
Going with us?
No, I'm gonna stay till the park.
Not a very wise thing to do.
Heads up, you got one more drone incoming. This one looks different.
Repulsor signature significantly higher.
And land! No, I can't quite understand the hate for this thing. Boom. Was that thing ever supposed to work, by the way? No, as I said, I can't understand the hate against this scene, because it's pretty much a repeat of the previous fight. Iron Man fighting a bigger Iron Man. At least it had the advantage of having a War Machine there, and the bigger Iron Man having electric whips, but still, Ouch. Boy. Yeah, he's got two hands, by the way. He's using the reminder from when they fought each other, and that's what I said. That explosion's gonna come in real handy. You lose. Just doesn't know where to lose. Technically, he could have just set him off immediately. Would have ended things a lot easier. Smoother. And guess what? Get out of there, you idiot! Whee! There goes the expo, I guess. Buzz, buzz. Ouch.
Oh my god, I can't take this anymore. You can't. I can't take this. What are you fucking doing? My body literally cannot handle the stress. I never know if you're gonna kill yourself or wreck the whole company. I think I did okay. I quit. I'm resigning. That's it.
That is.
You're done. Surprising. No, it's not surprising. I got it. You don't have to make any excuses.
I'm not making any excuses.
Well, you actually were just making excuses.
No, I wasn't making any excuses, but I'm actually very justified.
You deserve better.
Well,
Such good care of me. Been in a tough spot. You got me through it, so. Right? Yeah.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, let's talk cleanup.
I'll handle the transition. It'll be smooth.
Okay, what about the press? Because you only have a job for a week. That's gonna be soon.
What with you, it's like dog years. I mean, it's like the president.
aww.
Weird. It's okay, right? I'm not blaming you.
I think it was weird. You guys look like two seals fighting over a grape.
Huh?
I had just quit.
You don't have to do that. I heard though.
You should get lost.
I was here first. Get a roof.
No, you were not.
That's the last one.
You kicked ass back there, by the way.
Thank you, you too. Listen, my car got taken out in the explosion, so I'm gonna have to hang on to your suit for a minute, okay?
Not okay. Not okay with that.
Wasn't the question.
Bam! We just sunned him. He's looking at some shield stuff. If you look at, there's a map right behind him with some locations highlighted. And if you look close, you can see a possible Atlantis. That's Wakanda right there. There's the location of Captain America frozen in ice, and there's New Mexico where Thor is about to land or has landed.
In my own defense, that was last week. Prone to self-destructive tendencies. I was dying. Aren't we all? Textbook narcissism.
Yeah.
Agreed? Recruitment assessment for Avenger Initiative. Iron Man, yes. I gotta think about it. What are you doing? That doesn't make any sense. How can you approve me but not approve me? I got a new ticker. I'm trying to do right by Pepper. I'm in a stable-ish relationship, which leads us to believe that
I love that map.
I'd like to use you as a consultant.
There, in Greenland, that's where Captain America was frozen. And you can clearly see the highlighted Wakanda there. Something in Norway, apparently. In the middle of the sea, that's definitely Atlantis. There's no getting around it. I just wonder, when are they going to actually introduce Atlantis into the MCU with Namor and all the other stuff?
It is my honor today to present these distinguished awards to Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes and Mr. Tony Stark, who is, of course, a national treasure.
There's that medal he said he needed.
Mr. Stark, thank you for such an exceptionally distinguished award.
And he still has to say that.
Sorry. Funny.
Jerk.
I'm going a little prick, isn't it?
I think that actor passed away a year ago. I'm not sure. Of course, once again, I say this in every commentary that I do. You gotta wait until the end of the credits. Not just because it's a Marvel movie, but because it's a movie. The highway to hell. The highway to hell. Highway to hell. Highway to hell. So, guess what? You get to... Oh. Well, I guess we just skip right to the end. I was not expecting that. I'm sorry. And guess what the end credit scene is going to be? I think this part of the car driving through the desert was not used in the actual movie, but since we've talked about New Mexico earlier, guess where Coulson ended up? A ditch. Now what could have caused it, I wonder? We found it. Boom! Thunderness. So, since I hadn't had much time to talk about the movie itself, I guess I'll just have to save it for my review, which I will hopefully do in a few more minutes. And maybe, just maybe I'll watch Thor next, or I'll just save it for tomorrow again. So, we'll see. So, thank you for watching.